Welcome back to the channel, and I thought I'd do another tier list video for you guys because they seem to do extremely well. They're nice and fun to make. They take a bit to make, but it's going to be fun going through all these coins to talk about. And basically the idea of today's video is me just telling you guys or giving my opinion on what I think the amount of X or multiple your crypto can or might or might not do, right? Just my opinion on how well it can do if the market continues to do well. So we've got about 6 sections here. We've got 500x and more, the absolute god tier zone. We've got 100x, which is crazy gains, 50x, crazy gains still, right? 25, 10, and then we got the 1 to 5x with coins I don't think are going to perform too well. So let's get right into it right off the bat. Let's talk about what I think will be one of the craziest coins. Kamala Horus. Easy 500x in my opinion. This is very obvious, this play. Alright guys, but on a serious note, let's get right into the actual coins. Alright, so first up is Hoppy. Now, Hoppy is an interesting one. I think Hoppy is going to continue to do extremely well. If you aren't familiar with what Hoppy is, basically it is one of the, I think it is the first frog that was made by Matt Fury. So even the guy who made Pepe, right? This was the frog before Pepe. So a lot of people went onto that narrative. But anyway, basically I'm not going to make this video explaining into depth every coin and whatnot because this isn't what this video is about. Let me just tell you my opinion on the matter. Hoppy is going absolutely crazy at the moment. It's just climbed ever since August realistically. It's just been going up non-stop. And I think this coin has the potential to do very well from here. So if I'm being honest, I think Hoppy can easily go into that 25x category. I don't see why it can't reach to about 3 billion market cap if the market continues to pump and pump. Euphoria hits. Don't see why Hoppy can't go and do a 25x, to be honest with you guys. So some great gains there to be made in my opinion. Next up is Jupiter. Now Jupiter, I really like Jupiter and I can see it doing in the realm of 10 to 25x in my opinion. It's just a bit tricky because the market cap is quite high, so it's 1.4 billion at the moment. However, this is a massive project, a lot of trading infrastructure on Solana, and it's got a lot to do with kind of providing liquidity for all those meme coins and everything like that. So I think a lot of people are going to be using this product. And you know what? I'm going to put it in the 10x. This doesn't mean the coin's bad, by the way. I think this is more of a sure thing than a lot of these coins. This is just if they perform well. So Jupiter in that 10 to 25 region, but I think it's a lot more guaranteed than the other coins we're going to be talking about. Next up is Injective Protocol, I believe. And I'm also going to be putting this into the 10x category. I think this is one of the biggest projects. It was performing extremely well back in March. I remember it was taking off massively. I don't see why it can't reach a 20 billion market cap this time around, to be honest with you guys. So I think Injective Protocol can fall comfortably in that 5 to 10x range. It's just a very high market cap. That's the only concern. And a lot of interest for these kind of, you know, I don't think it's corporate, but these kind of, you know, utility corporate plays have died down. So I think it can still do well, but not as well as past bull markets. I think the emphasis is on memes this time. Next up is Michi. So Michi is one of the biggest cat memes as of right now, you know, just behind Popcat, I believe. And this coin absolutely died off before. I was involved in it a good while back and I thought it would do really well, but it just absolutely tanked. And now it's back for some unknown reason. And I think it's going to continue to perform well with this whole cat narrative going around. People are into Popcat, right? So I think Michi from here can do about a 10 to 25x. I think I'm going to put it in 25x. The reason for this is because I think if Popcat continues to explode, goes upwards of, you know, 10, 15, 20 billion or something like that, I think Michi can follow in its footsteps and reach that, you know, 4 or 5 billion mark. I really think that's possible for this project. So I'm going to be putting it into 25x. Next up is Peanut the Squirrel. So this is a very new meme coin. If you guys aren't aware, it was basically a trending squirrel that got put down, I believe. I forget all the details. I'll pop up a news kind of article up to let you guys hear about it. But this squirrel kind of became famous on Twitter and everything like that. A lot of the news came out. People were supporting it. I think it can do like a 5 to 10x from here. I'm going to put it in this 1 to 5x category. The reason why I don't think it can do even better than that, even though, you know, it's a lovable, cute squirrel, whatever, I think it will be more of a fleeting trend kind of thing. I don't see people really sticking to this, which is a bit of a problem. But nevertheless, I think it's going to do well short term, but I'm not sure about the long term prospects of it. Next up is Banana Gun. So I heard about this crypto a while ago, and I thought it wouldn't do well because of its name and everything like that. A lot of people have been talking about it. But this coin has actually really surprised me. It's had a lot of volume, huge market cap at the moment. I'm looking at about a 10x for Banana Gun from here. I think it can easily outperform 10x, but my realistic expectation would be a 10x from here. And who knows how much it can do, but yeah, it's been impressive, that coin. Next up is BNB, and straight away I'm going to be putting this into the 1 to 5x category. And not because it's a bad coin by any means. BNB is one of the best cryptos of all time, in my opinion. It has some of the best utility. You know, you trade it through Binance, you get lower fees, everything like that. However, I think the market cap is just that enormous that the gains that you think you might be able to see are just kind of gone on it. Doesn't mean it's not a good buy still, like always. Like I'm going to say time and time again in this video, this doesn't mean your crypto is bad. I just can't see Binance Coin personally going over about 400-500 million market cap, which would put it at about that 5x region from here, because I believe it's a huge market cap, 86 billion, yeah. So it's at all-time highs pretty much as of right now, and I just can't see it really pushing huge, like a trillion, you know what I mean? So I think that 5x category as well. Next up is Ocada. Now, this was a 500x gem when I first talked about it, I believe, and it, you know what, it still could do it. However, I'm going to, I don't know. This is a very low market cap coin, by the way, guys. We were talking about it down here, Ocada. We were talking about it down here when the market cap was tiny, like 300,000-400,000. Now it's about 4.6 million in market cap, around that $5 million range. So for it to do a 500x, it would have to go to about 2.5 billion. Is it possible? Or I'm going to say it's possible. I'm going to put it in the 500x. I think it might do less from here, but however, I think it's still possible, and it could be an enormous gem. So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave Ocada AI in that 500x category. Next up is Bitcoin. We all know and love Bitcoin, one of the most safe investments you can possibly ever do in crypto. I'm going to put it into 1 to 5x for the most obvious reasons, because it is the most, it's the highest market cap crypto of all time, and it will probably stay like that forever. Bitcoin is about 1.5 trillion in market cap, which makes it very obvious that even a 5x would be what, 7.5 trillion market cap. I don't think that's happening this time around, so we can easily put that in the 1 to 5x category. So next up is bittensor. It has a market cap of just under 4 billion, and it is the biggest AI crypto, I believe, as of right now, as of the time of the recording. 4 billion in market cap. However, I think this can still do extremely well, and only because I think AI is one of the strongest narratives in the whole of the world, and also in crypto. I think memes and AI are the two strongest narratives. I'm going to put bittensor in a nice 10x, and like I'm going to say again, guys, don't be discouraged if your coin is in the 10x region, because the thing is, some of these coins are a lot more guaranteed than the other projects on here. So yeah, sure, Ocada might have 500x potential, but the chance of Ocada doing 500x is not nearly as high as bittensor doing a 10x, for example. So that's what we have to take into account here. So bittensor 10x, I think it still has a long way to go. If it's going to be the biggest AI coin, could easily do 25x. I don't see why the biggest AI coin can't go to 100 bill market cap. AI is absolutely enormous. Next up is a coin that surprised me a lot more than I thought it would. Goatsius Maximus absolutely pumping today, up 35.2%. This is at about $804 million in market cap. Do I think it can continue to perform extremely well and outdo the market? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know where all the hype is coming from this project. I'm not saying it's a bad project. I just don't know where all these people are coming for and think it's so good and everything. So I'm going to put it in a modest 10x, guys. I'm really going to put it in a modest 10x. I think it can do really well. However, I don't see how kind of normies, as you would say, would get into the whole narrative of that. So I'm going to leave it at that. Next up is Echelon Prime, which is an AI and gaming crypto, I believe. So Echelon Prime is only $7 as of right now. It absolutely took off in March, reached a high of about $28. 300 million in market cap. I believe this has the potential to do a 25x for sure. It should be able to do that. If AI, gaming, all those narratives take off, it is a top one in those categories. Ethereum, needless to say, it is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the world. Everyone knows Ethereum as well. That is going to be going into the 1 to 5x category. You know, you're probably going to guarantee yourself those about 3-5x gains, right? That's pretty much just how it goes. Next up is Kaspa. Kaspa is one of the most interesting cryptocurrencies in this bull cycle. It is very unique, has interesting technology, right? It has a market cap of 3 billion. I think Kaspa is a safe 10x, guys. I really do think it can get to that 30 billion market cap. I can't see it pushing higher and higher because it's already obviously a high market cap. Kaspa 10x for me. Next up is Litecoin, guys. Litecoin, one of the biggest OG cryptos of all time. I believe it is about a 5 billion market cap at the moment. I honestly, it hurts to say, but I am seeing a Litecoin do a 1 to 5x as well. I don't think it's going to pursue past that 25 billion. I think the hype's just died down for Litecoin. It's pretty sad, but there's not much use case for it. The narrative's kind of fallen off, and all those kind of lower market cap coins haven't really held on to their hype. Next up is Raydium. Raydium's a very interesting one. So obviously it's that decentralized platform that you can swap Solana based cryptocurrencies on, you know, trade Solana for all these meme coins and everything like that. A lot of people are using Raydium. Obviously the market cap's still relatively low for such a huge project, 1 billion. So I think Raydium, honestly think it has 50x potential. I really do think it does. Oh, this is tricky actually, because I think Jupiter's going to perform just as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. So I might bump Jupiter up into this 25x category. I think Jupiter's going to do extra. Yeah, Jupiter 10x. What am I thinking? I've just thought about that again. So we've got Raydium and Jupiter here. I think they're easily going to do 25 to 50x's. I think Solana's going to absolutely explode this time around. And those ones are lower market cap plays and essentially leverage positions on Solana. So yeah, I think it can do that, guys. Next up is XRP. I'm sorry, guys. I'm chucking it straight into the 1 to 5x. XRP, I think a lot of holders of this are a little bit delusional, if I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I think the hype is done for it. Not to say I hate this crypto by any means. I'm not a hater of XRP. I just think there's a lot more you need to get into if you are truly serious about making money in crypto. I understand there's a whole narrative and people want to talk about how XRP might be the next big, you know, crypto around the world and it's going to be accepted by all these banks and everything. So there's a lot of conspiracies there, but I just don't see it. And if I'm just being completely honest, I don't think it's going to perform that well. I used to like XRP. It's one of the OG cryptos, but if I'm just being honest, as I should be on this channel, I don't think it's going to perform past a 5x at all. Next up is Solana. It's a tricky one because Solana is obviously a very high market cap. It's one of the biggest cryptos in the world and it is 88 billion in market cap. However, I am going to say that Solana can do a 10x from here, which would put it just under a billion in market cap. The reason being for this is because I think Solana has just got that much hype, that many people using it. It's basically the chain for memes. I get it, there's a lot of memes built on Ethereum too, but people are mainly using Solana for building memes. You know, obviously pump.fun, the whole narrative there. Some of the biggest meme coins are on Solana, obviously, with the likes of gigachad and everything like that, popcat. So I think Solana this time around, the whole narrative surround it's going to be absolutely enormous. I think it's going to push past all-time highs massively, and we might see like a $1,500 Solana or something like that. Very possible. I'm not saying it's probable, but it's possible. Next up is Sui, one of the most interesting projects to come this time around. I didn't think it was going to do that well, but out of nowhere, there became this whole narrative shift towards it. A lot of people were hyping up the chain. It's extremely quick. It's scalable. And yeah, there's just been a lot of hype surrounding it. So I'm going to put Sui in a 10x as well. I think it can reach that 60 billion in market cap. Why can't it reach where almost Solana is right now, right? With a little bit of hype. Next up is Aerodrome Finance. Aerodrome Finance is a coin that I thought would be a great play for the base blockchain, and I believe it still is. I just think a lot of the hype has died out for the base blockchain as of lately, and it's going to be very hard kind of figuring out a place where to place this, because I think if the base blockchain takes off, I think this can do a 25x from here easily. And if it doesn't, I think it will kind of fizzle into that 1 to 5x category. So, okay, so with all things taken into account, saying the base chain takes off again, there's a lot of euphoria surrounding it. Let's just put it into 25x. Next up is Filecoin. I think a lot of these storage coins are very, very heavily undervalued at the moment. And Filecoin is sitting at about a $2.2 billion in market cap. Last bull run, we saw this fly up to about 12.5 billion in market cap. And I think it can definitely outperform last bull market. It just depends how interested people are in getting back into these coins again. I'm definitely going to be putting Filecoin into that 10x category. 10x. Ondo Finance. You know, I know a lot of these are boring people. They're into that 10x categories, but we'll be getting into the juicy stuff soon with the memes, guys. Don't you worry. Because as you'll see in these videos, a trend, all the big gains are in the memes, in my opinion. The AI coins, the memes, they're going to be the ones that are giving you the huge returns. And I think you'll find by the end of this bull run that a lot of these predictions will be somewhat accurate if the market continues. If the market crashes, guys, this isn't on, right? This is just considering the market doing well. Ondo Finance being one of the biggest real world assets kind of in that kind of category with crypto. And I think this is the leading player for that. I think if that area is going to perform extremely well, I think this is going to do a 25x. A kind of corporate play, you know, one of those utility corporate plays a lot of people don't like, but I think it's going to perform well regardless, supported by Coinbase and everything like that. Let me check. Yep, it's on Coinbase. So I think a lot of people are going to have access to buy it, and there's going to be a narrative there. So that's all I have to say about that. Bobo the bear is an ironic play on crypto pretty much. It is about being bearish. It is a bear. And I think Bobo from here can really do upwards of 50x. And, you know, granted, these are riskier, but I think if the market continues to play into this whole narrative and these characters and people keep buying all these memes and everything like that, I don't see why Bobo can't reach those market caps of 3.5 billion. I believe that's what 50x from there is. I think these meme coins, people don't understand how high in valuations they actually get very, very quickly. So Bobo's going to be in that 50x category. Next up is Crow with Knife. And I think Crow with Knife has a lot of potential to do well because it is the crypto.com or the Kronos network's main meme, like the biggest meme coin on their network. So if you're putting a leveraged play on that network, then you might as well buy Crow with Knife, right? I think Crow with Knife can also do a 50x only because of these reasons, and it is such a low market cap like a lot of these meme coins are. People are going to be buying into this. A lot of the retail loves buying memes. I can easily see it going into that 1.5 bill category. So 50x for me. Next up is Billy. So Billy has gotten absolutely slaughtered from the all-time highs down here. So in terms of market cap, we've gone from 200 mil to 30 mil. I don't know what it is about this coin. I always just feel it coming back. It released on pump.fun, so it's a fair launch. There's no insiders to do with it and everything like that. It's a cute little dog called Billy. Had a narrative, Billy to billions. It's a risky play, but I can easily see it going upwards of 50x as well also. Blub, one of the main Sui meme coins. You know, there's another one called Fud the Pug, I believe. But Blub is one of those coins that you're probably going to want to get into if you want to be exposed to the Sui network and be involved in investments within Sui. I think it is going to outperform Sui. So kind of if you're someone who loves trading and playing those risky calls and everything like that, I recommend getting into Blub if you're going to get into the Sui network. I think Blub can do a 25 to 50x from here. I'm going to be putting it into 25x. I thought it had a lot more potential before, but just thinking about it again, I don't see as many people from retail buying into Blub as opposed to a lot of the other coins. Like, so you've got Pepe, Gigachad, all those ones that should perform extremely well and people are a lot more familiar with. fwog is the biggest coin to release from pump.fun actually, which is interesting. And this has been going absolutely parabolic. People love these frog coins, right? So fwog is on $422 million in market cap, which is quite a high market cap for a meme coin. I think fwog has 25x potential. I don't think 10 billion market cap is out of the realm of possibility for a full euphoria bull cycle. So I've got that there. Mini, I'm going to also be putting this into a 25x. This is one of the bigger cat memes, and Murad has been talking about this a lot on Twitter. I've just seen so many memes from this cat. Oh, you know what, guys? 62 million in market cap. I'm going to put this into the 50x. I'll tell you what, I think that can reach 3 billion fairly easily in a whole bull market. I see this cat everywhere on Twitter, the memes, people pump them out and everything like that. I think with Murad talking about it a lot as well, I think it's very possible it goes to 3 billion in market cap. Selfie dog coin. I think a lot of retail are going to love this coin. Selfie dog coin is about 60 mil in market cap. I think it can also do a 50x from here. I think retail are going to love this coin. Everyone has seen this dog with the selfie. I think it's very user friendly. Reminds people of Doge. People just love dogs always. I think it can do really well. Next up is Harambe on Solana. So Harambe is about a $40 million market cap, and I'm going to say the 10 to 25x region, probably chuck it in 10x. The only problem I see with Harambe is I'm not sure how many people are still on board the whole meme with it. Harambe was one of the biggest memes back in the day. You know, it's an old school meme. The thing with the gorilla being shot and everything like that. So yeah, Harambe, I just can't see the hype for it, which is very unfortunate. One of my favorite memes of all time. I'm a big fan of gorillas, King Kong, you know, they're cool. But yeah, I just don't see the hype coming back for it, which is pretty unfortunate. Wojak. I said this before in another meme coin video. I think this project really messed up with the photo. I think if you just made it that blank white face that everyone's familiar with, you see on memes all the time, I think a lot of people would have been aware of what it is. But if you're looking from an outside perspective and a normie, a crypto normie, whoever you want to call it, retail, you kind of just see this green photo and it's called Wojak. A lot of people don't know this meme is actually called Wojak for starters. So I think the marketing kind of screwed up there. So if things could change there, that'd be great. But $86 million in market cap. A meme this big, if they change the photo, a lot of people realize I think it can easily do a 50x from here. I really do. Wojak's absolutely massive. And yeah, let's move on. Lock in. This is a project that was also talked a lot about by Murad. And it is absolutely flown. Wow, I didn't even know it was up this much. $89 million in market cap. Lock in has a huge community. I'm going to also put it in about the 25x category. Nero, I talked about this before. Nero is the heir to Doge, I believe. And it had a bit of a dodgy Binance listing out of nowhere that surprised people. This Nero was lower in market cap to the other one. However, this got the Binance listing. It was very strange. I think Nero's just going to be one of those ones that retail just buy. Everyone just buys for some reason or another. A lot of the Asian markets and everything like that. I think it can do a 25x as well. Mudang, I'm going to have to put this into the 10x category. I'm sorry, because I just don't see the longevity of the meme. Also, you know, it's great, it's fun, it's a cute hippo and everything like that. People love it, I love it. But if I'm just being completely honest, I can't see people sticking around. Next up is Shark Cat. I'm going to be putting this into the 25x category simply because of how much hype there has been, because for the cats as of lately, Pop Cat, Michi, all these kind of cat memes taken off, the cat narrative. We all know the dog coin narrative took off last time. I don't see any reason why Shark Cat can't absolutely explode, to be honest, because it is one of the biggest cat memes as of now. And I think it has so much room for growth. Like, it was a much higher price up here. I think it can come back to these highs if it gets a little bit of hype again. And that's all I have to say for it, really. Next up is Sigma. And believe it or not, guys, this is going to be my first 100x call in this video. I think this can really go into the market cap of that 10 or so billion. So hear me out. Sigma has been absolutely exploding as of lately because it is one of these masculinity coins as well, right? You know, as well as Gigachad, Alpha, all these types of coins. I think Sigma is an 100x opportunity if things go to plan and these masculinity coins keep pumping. Gigachad keeps making all-time highs. I think this is one of those gems. It was released on pump.fun, obviously, so there's no real token distribution to be all concerned about. Sigma is one of those masculinity red pill terms, and I think there's a massive community supporting these coins. I think it's going to continue to smash up. Sigma should be a 100x gem. Next up is Synesis. Synesis is an AI coin that is sitting at about a $98 million in market cap now. I don't see why Synesis can't do a 50x from here. A 5 billion market cap for one of these AI projects is more than likely in a huge euphoria bull market powering all these AI projects, right? I think that's very realistic. Next up is Turbo, one of my favorite coins of this bull market so far. Turbo is sitting at a $650 million market cap. There's been so much bullish news surrounding it. It's been listed on Binance, on countless exchanges, and it's still only $650 million in market cap. And it kind of has that AI narrative connotated to it, right? So, because it was built by AI. Well, a guy wrote into ChatGPT about it. Make me a meme coin, and this is what it came up with. So $650 million in market cap, still quite high. I think it has 25x potential to get to that 10, 20, 12 billion market cap. HyperGPT, I think this is a 100x gem. I'll say it right now. HyperGPT is a low market cap as of right now, still 17 million market cap. So 100x would be 1.7 billion in market cap. It is very low right now. All it would need to get there, guys, is more AI hype and an AI narrative takes off, and it's going to get there, guys. That's, in my opinion, what will happen. You know, very low trading volume, very low interest for all these AI projects as of right now. However, I think when the market starts pumping again, AI pumps, bittensor starts making huge all-time highs again, people are going to start buying everything AI. This is a super low market cap. I think it has 100x potential easily. Next up is Node AI. This is up absolutely huge today. However, it's been absolutely smashed since its highs. This is a common trend with the AI projects. They were very popular back in April and March because there was a lot of hype surrounding AI then. People were FOMOing in like crazy. And then it just kind of died off. So Node AI is $76 million in market cap. 25x for me. I think it has the potential in that range. Next up is ICP, which is Internet Computer, sitting at a 3.7 billion market cap. I'm going to say, There's a huge narrative surrounding ICP at the moment as well. People are talking about it, trying to do a lot of good things. Oh, yeah, 10x. I think it's just a huge market cap. I think it can get to about that 40 billion market cap region. So 10x for me. Chain GPT. A coin I think is going to perform really, really well. It's 13 cents at the moment. Like I said, common theme with the AI coins, pumped in March and April and absolutely fell off a cliff. So I think it has the potential to recover and push past all-time highs. 100 million in market cap, still has a lot of relative trading volume. I think Chain GPT can go upwards of 5-10 bills, so I'm going to say 50x for Chain GPT. Deepfake AI, in my opinion, is an 100x crypto gem waiting to happen. Look at the hype coming back for it, and AI hasn't even taken off yet. So it is at about an $8 million market cap. A lot of interest has died down. Like I said, less than 100,000 trading volume. However, it's already on Gate.io as well, which is a pretty decent exchange, guys. Has a lot of volume, MEXC. So they've got some exchange listings there. Like I said, interest is low at the moment, but this is if the AI narrative takes off. A lot of steam happens with it. I think deepfake AI can easily do 100x. You know, I'm not sure about that 500x God region, but 100x plus, sign me up. Next up is Zignali or Zignali, whatever you want to call it. Zig has been performing better than 99% of cryptos this time around. I mean, this has barely even dropped, even in the most aggressive dips we had. It never really came crashing down. You know, I guess you could say from here it came crashing down, but not really, you know, compared to other cryptos that fell off a cliff. 145 million in market cap. This is a huge project, great project. I think 25x is safe for that. Super Artificial Intelligence Alliance. Isn't that what it's called? Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance. Straight up, just going to put this in 10x as well. The market cap's already enormous. It's going to perform really well, in my opinion. Render, same kind of thing, same kind of gist. I'm not going to waste too much time on these. 10x. Floki Inu, I think that's lost a lot of its hype from last time around. I believe it's still a massive market cap, like relatively. Yeah, 1.3 billion. I'm going to say it's going to do about a 5x in my opinion. I think Floki Inu, the narrative was last time around. I can't see it coming around again and outperforming. Pepe. This cycle's biggest meme so far, 4.1 billion. I'm going to put Pepe in still over a 10. I'm just going to say 25x still. I think Pepe is the biggest internet meme of all time almost. Like, people just love it on the internet. And it is one of the oldest memes in the book. If you've been on the internet for more than a year, you've seen this frog countless times. Huge cult following surrounding it. I think a lot of people involved in this are just going to keep buying and buying and buying, supporting it. I think it still has room for 25x from here to be the biggest meme of all time. 100 billion market cap. Next up is Mogcoin. I'm going to be putting that into the 10x category. I believe it's already a very high market cap. Yeah, it's almost a billion already. I see it going to, I can see it doing to that 8 bill category. I can't see it really exploding past that, guys, so we'll leave it at that. Next up is MAGA. I mean, this is what I tell you guys all the time about sell the news. So it's down 40% today, even though Trump won the election, right? I mean, stuff doesn't really make sense sometimes, and this is one of those. You know, it's always sell the news, guys. I tell people all the time. It's like when the ETFs came out, I had a lot of people telling me, bro, when the ETFs are approved, I'm going to buy heaps of Bitcoin. It's going to go to the moon. What you don't understand, guys, is everything is priced in, usually. Because what you're thinking is 10 steps behind the smart people, the smart investors. They've already thought heavy into that. They bought MAGA back here, and they sold it at the peak of its height, you know, and then Trump got shot or had an assassination attempt. And that was kind of the biggest news that happened. And it's always when Trump wins the election, that this coin's going to skyrocket, bro. That's when everyone takes out their money. There's enough liquidity to take it out, enough trading volume, and it just sold off. So MAGA, I'm going to have to, since it's down a bit, I'm going to say 10x. I think it can come back to near a billion. The hype's died down though, very risky play. So it's a 10x, but also very risky. So I don't think it's even worth buying. Who knows if Trump will come out with his own crypto and tank this to zero. So, you know, I wouldn't touch this, to be honest with you guys. Next up is Miro. A lot of you guys that weren't into this bull cycle nice and early might not even know about Miro, but this was huge hype back before the actual bull market really started. Back in March, this took off massively. There was so much news surrounding it, a lot of hype. You know, I think this is one of the Solana founder's dogs or something, one of his dogs. So Miro does have a community there, and I'm not too sure what happened with its price-wise, but it's on a lot of exchanges, great ones too, HTX, KuCoin, Bybit. You know, I'm not sure about Coinbase and Binance just of yet. It's crypto.com even. I mean, Miro is on a lot of tier 1 exchanges in my opinion. You know, I'm going to put it into 50x, guys. I think if the hype comes back for it, it's a cute dog. It's one of the Solana founders. So if some narratives come together there and he starts mentioning it again and people start hopping on board, it's on Solana, I see it doing really well. You know, 50x potential. I'm not saying it will get there. I think it has the potential to do that. Next up is Brett. Brett is a coin I've lost faith in, if I'm just completely honest with you guys. I don't think it has the potential to really perform crazy well anymore. I really don't. However, if the base blockchain does take off, I can see it being in that 25x category, but I'm going to say a safe 10x from here. However, if the base blockchain does take off, I'm going to say that I'm going to slip that into the 25x category. Next up is Apu. We all love Apu, don't we? This cute little frog that's kind of a baby version of Pepe. It's been absolutely going wild lately. And this is still relatively low market cap for where I think it should be valued at. I'm going to say Apu can do a 50x from here. You know, it's a bold claim, but I think Apu is one of those great meme coins, and it has a huge narrative surrounding it. Innocence, you know, frogs, all about being friends, all that type of stuff. So 50x for Apu. So guys, Basenji used to be one of my favorite coins to talk about. The reason why I found it so good, I know I've said this a million times, but for the guys that are new to this channel or this is the first video you've seen, I'm going to say Basenji had so many narratives going for it. The base blockchain was hype. The name's Benji. Basenji's a breed of dog. Benji's in the name. You know, base is also in the name. Like, there was a lot of wordplay on it that seemed really well. It had that family-friendly vibe to it. You know, that places like Coinbase would love listing, and it was a dog, innocent dog. You know, because Pepe has those negative connotations to it. Like, you know, just internet culture. So I thought a lot of exchanges would be open to the idea of Benji, and I think they are, but the hype has just completely died down ever since June. This was when it was peaking. I was like, yeah, I think this is going to do really well. I really do see massive potential in it, guys, if the base blockchain comes back and people start buying dog coins. I really do see it. It's a really risky play, and I don't want people to get it wrong when I say this. I really do believe it has more than 100x potential. That's not to say it's going to happen, and that's not saying it's more likely than any of this to happen. Like, 100x on this isn't more likely than even Bitcoin doing a 2x or anything. I think if things come together back for the base blockchain, super high, people are FOMOing into anything, easily 100x potential from, in my opinion, for Benji. It just has too good of a marketable name, and Basenji's a legitimate breed of dog if you're unaware. So yeah. Next up is Doug the Duck. We've been talking about this for months. This is one of my favorite meme coins that I got in at the start of. I got in it extremely early, and it is performing well again. I mean, this is surprising me. I know they have a good team. A lot of people talk about this all the time. They have good marketability, and there's a fair bit of trading volume for its market cap. I think Doug easily has 100x potential. Like I said, this isn't saying how likely it is to happen. It definitely has 100x potential. Just a lot of things got to come together for it. Gigachad, what I've been waiting for. This coin, I have been talking about it since about here, guys. And if you don't believe me, you can go and check one of my first videos out. I'll pop it up on screen now. And I thought Gigachad would have been one of the best euphoria plays for this market. I thought a lot of people would ape into it. You know, I'm very familiar with how huge the masculinity and manosphere community is, and I knew there'd be a lot of support into this coin because this is a symbol for them of the top perfect man, and this is just how you kind of tokenize it, the community. So Murad's gone into a lot of detail about explaining that. I found it very interesting that there was someone else on the internet that truly understood it the way I did, and the price action is confirming our opinions, right? So gigachad is nearing $700 million in market cap, and I still believe this is very undervalued. I thought it'd be in the billions by now. Since Pepe is about 4 billion, I thought I'd see gigachad at about 1.8 billion by now. And if I'm honest, guys, I can see gigachad doing a 25x even still from here. I really can, if not 50x, guys. I'm really that confident in this play because, like I said, it's the main play for the masculinity, manosphere, men, kind of, you know, this whole era, especially with Trump winning the election. I think it's going to push this whole narrative of men, you know, being masculine men again. My favorite personal coin this whole bull run. It's been my biggest and best pick so far, and I hope you guys are benefiting from it. Next up is Popcat. I have a little bit of a different opinion on Popcat. I think it's going to continue to do really well. However, I think people are overplaying how well it's going to go. It's been performing crazy well this whole time, don't get me wrong. And I'm actually in this project, so it'd be in my best interest to, you know, shill it to you guys and everything. I just don't see how the interest for Popcat can keep exploding. It doesn't symbolize too much rather than it is the biggest cat coin, right? Which might be all it needs, right? Anyway, so people will continue to buy into it. Of course, it's on Binance now. Wait, is it on Binance? Bybit. I think it's on Binance Futures or something like that. So it'll probably be listed on Binance sometime soon. However, I see it drying up in buyers. I really do in the future. I think it can easily do a 10x from here, don't get me wrong. It'll probably do a 25x. I'm going to put it in a safe 10x though. Like, Popcat's great, but like I said, I can't see this hype continuing for it. I don't know why. I can easily be wrong, let's be honest. But that's just my opinion. Next up is Ponky. This one surprised me recently because I think it got a Binance listing or something recently that pumped it up from here. So Ponky's doing really well. I think it's a monkey. It comes under that whole genre of, you know, Pepe Brett kind of aesthetic of those characters. So I think it's going to continue to perform well. It's still a relatively low market cap in terms of where I thought it would be, and it's getting a lot of listings everywhere. Crypto.com, MEXC, KuCoin. Ponky's probably in that, let's be honest, it's actually probably a 50x type of coin. Next up is Shiba Inu. I'm sorry, I can't see the hype coming back for it like it was before. 1 to 5x. Huge market cap still. I can't see people buying that again. And Dog with Hat, I'm going to put it in a 10x. I think it's an extremely high market cap still. So this obviously caps out the potential gains. Yeah, I mean, 24 billion it would have to reach to do a 10x. That's realistic, but any more than that, I can't see it really smashing higher than that. So guys, that pretty much concludes my multiple video on crypto of how much X I think these coins can do. As you can see, I'm fairly realistic in what can happen. You know, I'm not putting everything into 100, 500x. I think a lot of people are overplaying how many gains they think they can see. When you need to get... what you guys need to understand is when people talk about 100, 500 X's, you have to be in extremely early. And that's why these projects that I've put up there are unique in the sense that you still have that opportunity there, in my opinion. Opportunity, right? It's not a guarantee. People actually don't stress enough how early you really have to be. But yeah, guys, I just think people underplay how early you have to be for those 100, 500x gains. I think a lot of crypto has pumped up so far now, and I think the realistic gains are in that 10 to 25 region, and 50x if you're playing the markets really well. You know, you have some here that I think can do 100x, but that's if everything comes together for those projects, right? A lot of things need to happen. And Ocada, it probably isn't a 500x at the moment, but however, it is an AI agent, that is built on top of Solana, an AI coin that is built on Solana. So that has a lot going for it. There's barely any AI projects built on Solana. And it is similar to Gotius Maximus, which has been absolutely pumping in a sense of that whole AI agent thing. They have a thing called Orange Man and everything like that, you know. And it's not in there because I'm paid to promote it or anything. I just called Ocada when it was a tiny market cap. I've seen it pumping lately, and I barely see anyone mention this coin on their videos. So I'm very proud of that call so far. So yeah, guys, if you like these videos, don't forget to follow my social medias in the description below, and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you're more interested, there's 2 Telegram links down below. There's basically a group chat where you can chat amongst my community, which is good fun. It'd be great to have more people there chatting amongst each other to help try and make money. And there's another channel which basically I just post updates, my videos and stuff like that. So I'll be posting more stuff there. All right. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video, guys, and peace.